Pope Francis turns out to be a little different than Pope Benedict, and in some positive ways. It turns out he's a lot more open-minded and open to people that aren't even Catholic. Whoa! He thinks that even if you're an atheist, you might get into heaven. Now, I have to confess, I was very surprised to hear that. In his Mass in Rome on Wednesday, he told a story about how Jesus was open to people who did not necessarily believe. He explained, they complain, if he is not one of us, he cannot do good. That's the disciples talking to Jesus. If he is not of our party, he cannot do good. And Jesus corrects them. Do not hinder him, he says, let him do good. Okay, so this is a section taken out of the Gospel of Mark. And obviously Pope Francis is using it to say, hey, listen, don't worry so much about, is he one of us? Is he a Catholic? Are they following the right dogma? If they do good works, they can get into heaven even if they're not a Catholic. Now, that's amazing for the Pope to say, and really encouraging, actually. Then he goes further, and he says, quote, the Lord has redeemed all of us, with the blood of Christ. All of us, not just Catholics, everyone. Father, the atheist, even the atheist, everyone. We must meet one another doing good. But I don't believe, Father, I am an atheist. But do good, we will meet one another there, referring to heaven. So even if you do good and you don't believe, now of course a lot of people are going to be scandalized by this, and there's a lot of people who are into strict dogma who will say, no, the only way into heaven is through Jesus, so you must believe. If you don't believe, no matter how great a person you are, Gandhi, sorry, you're hanging out with Beelzebub, you're not going to make it into heaven, because before you died you didn't say, oh, Lord Jesus Christ, and you believed in Ganesh, etc., so you're burning in hell. And here's Pope Francis. Look, he's infallible, right? He's the leader of all Catholics. You got to listen to him. He's having conversations with God. Now God's saying, atheists, I pardon you. Is Pope Francis not merciful? And the reality is, apparently he is. So this is an excellent development. And of course he added, so atheists, you can make it into heaven. Obviously, not Jews. Bridge too far. Okay? But outside of that, we're open. I'm kidding. He didn't actually say that. So if you're Jewish, even if you're Muslim, you might still make it into heaven, according to Pope Francis. And I love this because the reality is, who cares? Like, if you're an atheist, you don't believe in heaven, so why would you even care, right? I'm agnostic. I don't think there's a heaven, so I don't care. But it's good because it makes people more open-minded, and it gets his followers to think outside the box a little bit, not be worried so much about dogma, and be more worried about doing things that are positive in the world.